Hey guys, this is Chris, and today I wanted to take the time to make this quick video explaining to you the one thing that I feel every guitarist should own. So you're probably thinking, well, what is it? What is it? Well, kind of obvious stuff is like guitar, should have an amp, cable, strings, picks. Okay, those are all obvious things. You can't really play guitar without some of those things. So what's this thing that every guitarist should have? Well, every guitar teacher is going to tell you that the one thing you should be able to do is play along with a metronome. If you want to get better at guitar, you want to have a metronome. So what a metronome is basically something that helps you keep time. You can play slowly and then you can change the speed of it and work your way up and get faster and faster. Now that is true. Everybody should have a metronome. But we all know playing to a metronome, if you've done it before, it gets really boring. Very boring. So what's the one thing that every guitar player should have? Well, it's this guy. This is my Boss Dr. Rhythm DR-880. This is the coolest thing in the world. I know that computers are awesome nowadays, and I'm pretty sure you could probably figure out how to do a lot of this stuff on the computer, but I'm kind of scared of computers, don't like computers, even though I use video editing software and stuff like that. But this thing is awesome. Basically, it's awesome for many reasons because, one, it's kind of portable. You could take this places and jam with it, and that's what this thing is all about. Like, this thing is a drum machine. So you're probably wondering, well, okay, I guess I could play with a drum machine, but this thing is way more than a drum machine. You can plug in your guitar and bass, and there's a full guitar and bass processor in here. So it has amp simulators, it has tons of effects, and it actually sounds pretty decent. I've actually gigged with this thing before, and the sounds were pretty awesome. I believe it has a Boss GT6 processor in here. It's kind of old, but it still sounds pretty awesome. I wouldn't suggest really like going on tour with this or something like that as your rig. I would, this is something that would be awesome to go on tour with, and this would be your practice device. So basically, it has tons of patterns in it, actually full songs, and you can import your own things. If you're a guitar player, you should have some rhythm. So you should kind of be able to play a little bit of drums, kind of. So if you can, that's what these things are. These are the actual velocity sensitive pads, and you can actually play along with it, and it's awesome. And if you're not really drum oriented at all, they have a lot of patterns already in it, and they have this easy compose, and you can make things up pretty easily. You could put drum fills in everywhere. For me, I play drums too. So having the drum machine actually helps me learn other drum fills because I can slow them down. So this is what everybody needs to have. It has a guitar processor in it. It has also, the cool thing too is that these pads actually, you can make them bass fret notes. So this turns into a whole bass. You can plug in a bass, or it has an actual like synth bass inside of it. And basically, I'm just going to show you a quick video of me jamming along to something I created this morning. And basically, just to show off that this thing is awesome. All the drums you're going to hear on this was created by this drum machine. The bass, I actually used these pads to play the bass. I didn't even plug in a bass. I didn't feel like it. I think the bass actually sounds great inside of this thing. So really, this thing has tons of inputs and outputs. There's MIDI. I don't think there's a cooler little tool for guitarists. Now this is pretty old now. To be honest, I got this really cheap on Craigslist. If you can find it new anywhere, I think it's still like 500 bucks. But I got this for 150 bucks off of somebody on Craigslist. So this is the best one Boss makes. The biggest downfall to this guy is that there is no looper. Now that was something I kind of figured out. It was the first thing I learned whenever I tried to. You can loop the drum parts, you can loop the bass parts, but I couldn't record my guitar. Now that's one thing that this really falls short. This kind of came out right before Boss really started the looping things like that. But I have my Boss RC50. So I've imported this directly into the auxiliary input into my Boss RC50. And we're going to just take a listen and enjoy the demo. Like I said, you can find tons of other videos of this guy. I just really think that this is pretty much the most important tool a guitarist can have. If you're serious about playing and if you want to get better and faster, this is it. And if you want to write songs, let's say you come up with an awesome solo or an awesome riff and you want to write a solo over top of it, that's kind of what this next clip's going to be all about. I came up with a cool riff and I wanted to write some crazy stuff over top of it. So, enjoy and thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for watching my video, and if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe by hitting that button right there. Also, check out some of these other videos. Also, you can find me on these popular social networking sites.